Welcome back to WION World is One. You're watching Speed News with me, Vidur Kathuria. Let's get started. Latest Russian strikes have reportedly wounded 4 people in Ukraine's Odesa. The Ukrainian city's military administration said that drones attacked the residential, logistical and energy infrastructure in the region. It also claimed that the injured 3 children include 2 children aged 8 and a 7-month-old baby. A 42-year-old man was also wounded and is in serious condition. Russia has claimed that Ukraine launched a series of drone attacks targeting Moscow, parts of western Russia and Crimea. It claimed that at least 1 person was injured near the Russian capital. Russian Defense Ministry said that its air defense units destroyed a total of 27 Ukrainian drones in the 3-hour period, including 3 over the Moscow region. Russia claims to have moved its nuclear-capable missile system into Belarus. Footage released by Russia's Ministry of Defense showed the new Oreshnik missile passing through a snowy forest. Soldiers were seen disguised combat vehicles with green netting and raising a flag at an airbase in eastern Belarus, close to the Russian border. The deployment would reduce the time it would take for a Russian missile to hit an EU capital. The US military says nearly 25 Islamic State operatives group were killed or captured in Syria this month, following an ambush that killed 2 American troops and a civilian interpreter. US Central Command said that 11 missions were carried out over the past 10 days and followed initial strikes against IS weapon sites and infrastructure on December 19th, which hit 70 targets across central Syria. In the operations, since the US military and other forces from the region killed at least 7 Islamic State members, captured others, and eliminated 4 weapons caches. The UAE says it is pulling its remaining forces out of Yemen following a Saudi ultimatum to withdraw within 24 hours. UAE and Saudi Arabia support different groups in the divided Yemeni government. On Tuesday, the Saudi-led coalition hit an Emirati shipment at Mukalla port in pre-dawn strike. Saudi state media claimed that the shipment was carrying weapons and combat vehicles for the separatists. UAE has denied the claim. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that US President Donald Trump has expressed no misgivings about Israeli strikes on the Gaza Strip after the declaration of a ceasefire. According to Gaza health officials, these strikes have killed more than 400 Palestinians. 3 members of Israeli forces have also died in Gaza since the declaration of the ceasefire in October. Netanyahu told Fox News that he and Trump saw eye to eye on the need for Palestinian group Hamas to disarm. Israel has warned that it would suspend several aid organizations operating in Gaza from January for failing to provide details about their Palestinian staff. The announcement follows accusations against 2 Doctors Without Borders employees of having links to Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. The Ministry of Diaspora Affairs and Combating Anti-Semitism said that the move was part of Israel's decision to strengthen and update regulations governing the activities of international NGOs in the Palestinian territory. Over 10 countries have voiced serious concerns over renewed deterioration of the humanitarian situation in the Strip. In a joint statement released by the UK's Foreign Office, the ministries of countries including Canada, France, Japan highlighted how civilians in Gaza are facing worsening hardships as winter sets in. They call the situation there catastrophic. The Israeli military said its troops on Tuesday shot dead a man in the occupied West Bank, claiming that the man tried to run over a group of soldiers. The Palestinian Red Crescent said it rescued 3 people after the Israeli army opened fire on a vehicle with Palestinian license plates between the towns of Nablus and Awarta. The Palestinian Civil Affairs Authority named the man as 20-year-old Qais Sami Jasser Alan, adding that he was shot by the occupation forces. Iran is witnessing some of the largest protests in years after the country's currency plummeted to a record low. A video of a protester sitting in the street and facing down police on motorbikes during demonstrations has gone viral on social media. Protesters, including shopkeepers and university students, have been rallying against economic hardship in Iran since Sunday. On Tuesday, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian met a group of businessmen to listen to their demands. The funeral of former Bangladesh Prime Minister Khaleda Zia will take place in Dhaka later today. Zia will be laid to rest next to her husband, former President Ziaur Rahman. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be attending the funeral ceremony, along with other world leaders. The primary funeral prayer will be held at the South Plaza of the National Parliament and the adjoining Manik Mia Avenue after midday prayers. Germany has raised concerns about large-scale Chinese military exercises near Taiwan, highlighting that it is increasing tensions and jeopardizing stability in the Taiwan Strait. The German government has called for restraint and dialogue. It said any change to the status quo must be peaceful and mutually agreed upon. Guinea's junta chief, Mamadi Doumbouya, has been elected president after securing a sweeping majority of the vote. Mamadi had pledged not to run for office after seizing power 4 years ago. The 41-year-old faced 8 rivals for the presidency, but the main opposition leaders were barred from running. According to the General Directorate of Elections, he secured 86.72% of the first-round vote, well over the threshold that would trigger a runoff vote. In Bolivia, police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse miners protesting a controversial government decree. The protest took place outside La Paz's Murillo Square. Miners confronted law enforcement as they attempted to advance on the central square. The protests have erupted in opposition to Decree 5503, with miners demanding the rescission of the measure, which they argue adversely impacts their livelihoods. Demonstrators vow to continue their efforts in what they describe as a fight for Bolivia's future. A head-on collision between 2 trains near Peru's Machu Picchu has killed 1 person and injured at least 40 others. The deceased was the conductor of one of the 2 trains. Officials said they were working to identify the injured train passengers, many of them foreign visitors and most of them seriously hurt. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, since 1983, Machu Picchu receives some 4,500 visitors on average each day. Most tourists take a train and a bus to reach the historic site high in the Andes Mountains. A goods train derailed in the southern U.S. state of Kentucky, leaking molten sulfur into the air. 31 train cars were involved in the derailment near the border of Kentucky and Tennessee. 1 train car leaked molten sulfur into the air, but no injuries were reported. The derailment prompted local emergency management to issue a shelter-in-place order for the city of Trenton. The lockdown was later lifted. The Trump administration has ordered to freeze all federal child care payments to the state of Minnesota. This after a viral video that alleged widespread fraud at child care facilities across the state went viral. The Trump administration has repeatedly portrayed Minnesota as a propagator of fraud, particularly placing blame on the state's large Somali community. Governor Tim Walz accused President Trump of politicizing the issue to defund programs that help people of Minnesota. Zoran Mamdani has said that he will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City in an underground midnight private ceremony. Mamdani plans to take the oath of office on New Year's Eve in an abandoned subway station beneath City Hall. It acts as a turnaround for the locals' 5 train. Mamdani said the unusual choice of venue for the ceremony is symbolically resonant of the inauguration of a new era. Tatiana Schlossberg, the granddaughter of 35th US President John F. Kennedy, has died at the age of 35. In November, she has revealed that she was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. Her family announced the news of her death in a social media post. She was a climate change and environmental journalist. She was the second child of JFK's daughter, former US diplomat Caroline Kennedy, and the designer artist Edwin Schlossberg. Schlossberg suffered from acute leukemia with a rare mutation, a cancer of the blood and bone marrow. Flight operations are said to be impacted in Delhi and parts of northern India due to dense fog. Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport has issued an advisory for the passengers. Indigo, Air India and SpiceJet have also urged travelers to check flight schedules. The India Weather Agency has issued a yellow alert for moderate to dense fog on New Year's Eve. On the last morning of the year, visibility had dropped to only a few meters in the national capital. Thick smog has smothered Pakistan's Lahore city, obscuring views of landmarks and traffic. Pakistan regularly ranks among the world's most polluted countries, with Lahore often the most polluted megacity between November and February. Checkpoints set up this month are part of a crackdown by authorities to combat the city's soaring smog levels, with winter months the worst due to atmospheric inversions that trap pollutants at ground level. Powerful winter storm hits part of the Midwest and Eastern United States. New York governor declares statewide emergency as a powerful blizzard blew through downtown Rochester. Reports suggest that up to 3 feet of snow could fall in parts of the state. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory across upstate New York. Estonia's capital Tallinn is grappling with a massive blizzard. The Baltic nation has been engulfed ahead of the new year. According to authorities, strong gusts swept along the country's coastline, reaching up to 25 meters per second. The country's transport administration has cautioned drivers, saying that strong winds and snow could make driving difficult. Weather forecasters predict more snow in the evening and later in the night. China has said it requires chip makers to use at least half domestically made equipment for new chip capacity, a move designed to strengthen the country's semiconductor supply chain and reduce reliance on foreign technology. According to a Reuters report, chip makers seeking state approval to build or expand plants must prove that at least 50% of their equipment is made in China. The requirement is not publicly documented, but authorities have told companies they must show compliance through procurement tenders. Asian markets ended the year on a down note. Hong Kong's Hang Seng dropped 0.42%, while Australia's ASX 200 fell 0.17%. Japan and South Korea were closed for the day. In the US, the S&P 500 slipped 0.14%, continuing a losing streak with tech stocks like Nvidia and Palantir taking a hit. Oil prices are set for their third consecutive annual loss, with Brent crude down 18% in 2025, marking its steepest decline since 2018. Supply has outpaced demand, influenced by geopolitical tensions, OPEC Plus output increases, and sanctions on Russia, Iran, and Venezuela. Brent dropped to $61.27 per barrel despite strong early 2025 price spikes. The market cooled as OPEC Plus boosted production. Analysts expect supply to exceed demand in 2026, with potential OPEC Plus cuts if prices fall further. Gold prices rebounded Tuesday after a sharp fall, boosted by rising geopolitical and economic concerns. Spot gold rose 0.8% to around $4,364, recovering from Monday's loss. Precious metal is up 66% this year, its best performance since 1979, fueled by interest rate cuts, geopolitical tensions, and central bank buying. Silver also saw a bounce, jumping 7.3% to $77.48, while platinum and palladium rose 5.1% and 1.6% respectively. The market remains cautious amid ongoing geopolitical risks, particularly surrounding Russia and Ukraine. The US dollar edged higher in thin year-end trading after the Federal Reserve's December meeting minutes, as investors weighed the outlook for interest rates. The Fed signaled caution, projecting just one rate cut next year, though markets still expect about 50 basis points of easing. Despite the recent bounce, the dollar index is down nearly 10% in 2025, its worst annual performance in 8 years. The euro and sterling remained sharply higher on the year, while Japan's yen weakened slightly. China's yuan broke below 7 to the dollar for the first time in 2.5 years, marking its strongest level since 2023. Federal Reserve minutes show most policymakers expect additional interest rate cuts if inflation continues to ease, but divisions remain over timing and scale. The December decision to cut rates was closely contested, with some officials saying it could have gone either way. Markets now see only a 15% chance of a cut at the January meeting, while some officials worry about weakening labor conditions. Others fear inflation could become entrenched. Chair Jerome Powell's influence was evident in pushing through the cut as the Fed balances slowing inflation against a still strong US economy. Arsenal closed out 2025 with a statement victory. The Gunners defeated third-placed Aston Villa to end the year 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League. The first half at the Emirates Stadium ended goalless, but Arsenal took full control after the break, scoring 4 goals to put the match beyond Villa. Ollie Watkins grabbed a late consolation for the visitors in stoppage time. Arsenal now top the standings with 45 points. Second-placed Manchester City have the chance to close the gap when they travel to Sunderland on January 1st. Aston Villa remains 6 points adrift of the league leaders. Nigerian authorities have said that the crash involving British boxer Anthony Joshua was caused due to a tyre burst. It was one of the key findings of a preliminary investigation carried out by a Nigerian traffic compliance agency. Joshua, who was admitted to a Duchess International Hospital in Lagos, is in stable condition. The former world heavyweight champion was a passenger in a Lexus SUV that collided with a stationary truck on a major expressway in Ogun State near Lagos. The accident, which occurred on Monday and claimed the lives of Joshua's personal trainer and sport and exercise rehabilitation coach. Royal Challengers Bengaluru's Ellis Perry and Delhi Capitals Annabel Sutherland have pulled out of the 2026 Women's Premier League season, along with UP Warriors' Tara Norris. While the Australian duo of Perry and Sutherland have cited personal reasons for opting out of the 2026 edition, Tara Norris will miss the 4th season after being called up by the USA to the 2026 T20 World Cup qualifiers. RCB have replaced Perry with Indian all-rounder Sayali Satkare. Sutherland has been replaced by Australian leg spinner Alana King. The WPL 2026 season will start from January 9th. Indian superstar Suriya has won hearts online after a video of his surprise appearance at a fan's wedding went viral. The actor, dressed in a stylish monochrome outfit and sunglasses, was escorted into the hall by the groom, Arvind, to surprise his bride, Kajal. The bride's reaction has become a social media sensation. Suriya spent time interacting warmly with the couple and posing for photographs with the fans. Santa Kumari, the mother of legendary actor Mohanlal, passed away on Tuesday, December 30th, at the actor's residence in Kochi. She was 90 years old. Reports indicate she had been battling neurological disorders and had recently suffered a stroke. A pillar of support for the actor, she was the first person Mohanlal visited after being honoured with the Dada Saheb Phalke Award earlier this year. Close friend and fellow superstar Mammootty was among the first to arrive to pay his respects. Final rites are scheduled for Wednesday, December 31st. The world of gospel music is in mourning following the death of Richard Smallwood, the Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter and pianist. He passed away on December 30th at a care facility in Maryland due to complications from kidney failure. Smallwood was one of the minds behind the masterpiece Total Praise.